Welcome to the Church of the Nativity of the Blessed Virgin Mary, better known simply as St Mary's in Lucan, County Dublin, Ireland. The building of the chapel, as it was then a chapel of ease to Clondalkin, began in 1835, but it wasn't until 1840 that the roof was in place. In the meantime, Mass and other services were held within the roofless building. In 1953, St Mary's became a parish in its own right. In the late 1960s, because of the growing population of Lucan, it was decided to renovate the old church building and build an extension. The renovation and extension were completed in early 1975. Over the subsequent years, a number of serious shortcomings were identified with the extended church. A major refurbishment was embarked upon in 2005. Nick Smith was the architect. The sculptors and liturgical designers were Chris and Mark Ryan, and Mari Hensey designed the tapestry and glass. The altar is carved of granite and is the focal point. Local Dublin granite has been used because of its sense of permanence and also its significance to our history of the Mass rock. The shapes and forms used have been so designed to give a feeling of spiritual uplifting and organic growth. The ambo is the place where the bread of the word is broken. When scriptures are proclaimed in the liturgy, Christ himself is speaking to the faithful, and we are celebrating his presence in the word. The importance of this liturgical element is emphasized in the use of stone, and the symbol of the dove has been used to represent the Holy Spirit. The wall hanging behind the altar forms an important focal point as backdrop to the altar. It is intended to add colour, texture and warmth to the setting. The shapes and movements used evoke the story of creation at the beginning of the Bible. The motif chosen for the tabernacle is of the burning bush. In the book of Exodus we read about Moses who became aware of the Lord's presence in the burning bush, one of the great moments of our sacred history. In designing the sanctuary, the architect has created a sanctuary within a sanctuary for the Blessed Sacrament. The burnished bronze of the tabernacle invites us to recognize that we are in a holy place. The baptismal font is one piece of Dublin granite and is symbolically placed close to the main entrance to the church, reminding us of our baptism with the church, the body of Christ. The sculpted open bronze top allows use as a holy water font. The fish on the top are also used as a symbol of the faithful swimming in the waters of sanctifying grace. The old nuns' chapel, recently refurbished, is to the right of the altar. A plaque on the wall beside it commemorates the time of the Presentation Sisters in Lucan. In the days before the Presentation Sisters were allowed outside the convent, they heard daily Mass from within here, and the centre window would be opened at communion time. Over what remains of the old altar is a beautiful stained glass window, the subject of which is the Transfiguration. It was donated by the Mourne family of St Edmundsbury, who were ever generous to St Mary's.